I'm the student of BS English Part 1 in the University of Sindh campus Larkana. This video is for the video presentation of my first semester examination. So let's start it without wasting any time. This video presentation is about the tenses and my teacher is Sir Hussain Ali Kambar. Now, what is the meaning of tenses? Tenses play a crucial role in English language. It denotes the time an action takes place, whether sometime in past, in the present, or will take some time in future. Or tenses are form taken by a verb to show the time of an action or state of an event. There are three tenses: the past tense, the present tense, the future tense. Now, types of tenses. There are 12 types of tenses. As there are three forms of tenses. So we will start from first one, the past tense. It contains the four types of tenses: past simple tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Now, second form, which is present tense. It also contains four types: present simple tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. And the last form, which is future tense. It also contains four types: future simple tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Now, as we have get the 12 types of tenses, what is past simple tense? The simple past tense is used for an action which happened at a particular time in the past. Like we have example as I ate a mango yesterday. The sentence structure is as subject plus second form of the verb plus object. In affirmative sentence, we may say I played cricket. Here we will put the second form of the verb as the sentence structure is given. In negative sentence, we will put the helping verb did and in addition of not because it's a negative sentence. But we will not put helping verb did in the affirmative sentence. Now, I did not play cricket. Here we will not put the second form of the main verb because we have been given the helping verb as did. In interrogative sentence, we will have to put the helping verb first and then the subject and then main verb and then the object. Did I play cricket? Here also we will not use the second form of the main verb because we have been given the helping verb. In negative interrogative sentence, we will put first the helping verb, then subject, and then not because it's also a negative sentence, and then first form of the main verb, and then the object. Did I not play cricket? Past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used for an action which was happening at a particular time in the past. Like my example is I was eating food yesterday. Sentence structure. It is as we will put first the subject, then the helping verbs which are was and were. Was uses with I, first person and singular names, and were uses with second person and plural names. Then we will put the fourth form of the verb. We may say as first form of the verb plus ing, and then the object. In affirmative sentence, first we put the subject as the sentence structure is given, then the helping verb, then verb's fourth form, and then the object. Boys were playing football yesterday. In negative sentence, we'll put after helping word not because it's a negative sentence. Boys were not playing football yesterday. In interrogative sentence, first we will put the helping verb and then the subject and then fourth form of the verb and then the object. Were boys playing football yesterday? And in negative interrogative sentence, here first we put the helping verb, then subject, then not because it's also a negative sentence, and then fourth form of the main verb and then object. Were boys not playing football yesterday? Now, past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to express an action that was completed before another action started in the past. Like we may have example as I had played cricket. But this action must be happened before another action in the past. The sentence structure is like as first we put the subject, then helping verb which is had, and then the verb's third form, and then the object. In affirmative sentence, we will put the same sentence structure as subject plus helping verb had plus third form of the verb and then the object. They had played game. In negative sentence, we will put not after the helping verb because it's a negative sentence. Then it will be they had not played game. In interrogative sentence, we will put the helping verb had and then subject and then third form of the verb and then the object. Had they played game? In negative interrogative sentence, first we put the helping verb, then subject, then not, because it's also a negative sentence, and then the verb's third form, and then the object. Had they not played cricket? Past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense is used for an action that began before a certain point in past and continued up to that point. We may example as I had been watching television since morning. Sentence structure is like is first we put the subject, then helping verb which is had, and then been, and then verb's first form plus ing means fourth form of the verb, and then the object. In affirmative sentence is same as the sentence structure. We will put the same structure. We had been watching television since morning. In negative sentence, we have the same structure, but after helping verb we put not because it's a negative sentence. We had not been watching television since morning. In interrogative sentence, first we put the helping verb and then the same structure will be reading. Had we been watching television since morning? In negative interrogative sentence, first we put the helping verb, then the subject, and then not because it's also a negative sentence, and then the same structure will be reading. Had we not been watching television since now? Present simple tense. It expresses a general truth or an action that is occurring now. And it expresses an action that occurs regularly or habitually. We may example as I eat food. The sentence structure is as subject plus first form of the verb and the object. In affirmative sentence, the same structure will be written. They eat food. First subject, then first form of the verb, and then the object. In negative sentence, we will put helping verb after the subject and not after the helping verb. And then the verb's first form and then the object. They do not eat food. An interrogative sentence. First we put the helping verb and then the subject and then the verb and object. Do they eat food? In negative interrogative sentence, we will put first the helping verb and then the subject and then not because it's also a negative sentence and then the verb's first form and then the object. Do they not eat food? Present continuous tense. The present continuous tense is used to express an action which is happening at a particular time in the present or extending over a period of present time. We may example as I am drinking tea. Sentence structure is as first we will put the subject, then helping verbs which are is mr, is uses with first person and singular name, m uses with I, and r uses with second person and plural name. And then we will put the first form of the verb and ing means the fourth form of the verb and then the object. In affirmative sentence, the same structure will be written. You are drinking tea. In negative sentence, we'll put the not after the helping verb. You are not drinking tea. In interrogative sentence, first we'll put the helping verb and then the subject and then the fourth form of the verb and then the object. Are you drinking tea? In negative interrogative sentence, first we'll put the helping verb and then subject and then not because it's also a negative sentence and then the fourth form of the verb and then the object. Are you not drinking tea? Present perfect tense. The present perfect tense denotes an action that was started in the past and has just been completed. We may example as they have done their homework. Sentence structure. Subject plus helping verbs which is has and have. Has uses with first person in singular name, have uses with second person and plural names. And then plus third form of the verb and then the object. In affirmative sentence, the same structure will be written. I have done my homework. In negative sentence, we'll put the not after the helping verb. I have not done my homework. In interrogative sentence, first we put the helping verb, then subject, and then third form of the verb, and then object. Have I done my homework? In negative interrogative sentence, first we put the helping verb, and then the subject, and then not, because it's also a negative sentence. And then third form of the verb, and then the object. Have I not done my homework? Present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is used when an action that started in the past is still continuing. We make example as they have been singing song for an hour. Sentence structure is like as first we will put the subject, then helping verbs which are has and have, and plus been, and then fourth form of the verb, and then the object. In affirmative sentence, the same structure will be written like I have been singing song for an hour. In negative sentence, we will put the not after the helping verb, but before the been. I have not been singing song for an hour. In interrogative sentence, first we will put the helping verb and then the subject and then been and then the third form of the verb and then the object. Have I been singing song for an hour? In negative interrogative sentence, first we will put the helping verb, then subject, then not, because it's also a negative sentence, then being, then fourth form of the verb, and then the object. Have I not been singing song for an hour? Now, future simple tense. The simple future tense is used for an action that will take place at a particular time in the future. We may example as Shehzad will play cricket tomorrow. In sentence structure, we will put as for subject, then helping verbs which are will and shall, and then first form of the verb and then the object. Affirmative sentence. In this, we will put the same sentence structure as Shehzad will play cricket tomorrow. In negative sentence, we will put the not after the helping verb as Shehzad will not play cricket tomorrow. In interrogative sentence, first we will put the helping verb and then the subject, then first form of the verb and then the object. Will Shehzad play cricket tomorrow? In negative interrogative sentence, first we put the helping verb, then subject, then not, because it's also a negative sentence, and then first form of the verb and then the object. Will Shehzad not play cricket tomorrow? Future continuous tense. The future continuous tense is used to express an action which will be in progress at a particular time in the future. We may example is they will be having lunch at 2 p.m. Sentence structure. It is as first we will put the subject, then helping verbs which are will and shall, and then plus be, and then the first form of the verb and ing means fourth form of the verb and the object. In affirmative sentence, we'll put the same sentence structure as I'll be having lunch at 2 p.m. In negative sentence, we'll put not after the helping verb. I will not be having lunch at 2 p.m. In interrogative sentence, we'll put the helping verb first and then the subject and then be and then the fourth form of the verb and the object. Will I be having lunch at 2 p.m.? Negative interrogative sentence. Well, first we will put the helping verb, then subject, then not, because it's also negative sentence, then be, and then fourth form of the verb and then object. Will I not be having lunch at 2 p.m.? Future perfect tense. Future perfect tense is used to indicate the completion of an action by a certain period of time in the future. We may example as I will have danced in party. But this action must be completed before another action in the future. Sentence structure. It is as first we will put the subject, then helping verbs which is shall and will, and then have, and then third form of the verb and then the object. In affirmative sentence, we will put the same sentence structure as she will have danced in party. In negative sentence, we will put not after the helping verb but before the have. She will not have danced in party. In interrogative sentence, first we put the helping verb and then the subject and then have and then third form of the verb and then the object. Will she have danced in party? In negative interrogative sentence, first we will put the helping verb, then subject, then not, because it's also a negative sentence, and then the have, and then third form of the verb, and then the object. Will she not have danced in party? The future perfect continuous tense is used when an action is to continue up to a certain point of time in the future. Remember, simple as I will have been reading book for half an hour. Sentence structure. It is as first we will put the subject, then helping verbs shall and will, and then have been, and then the first form of the verb and ing, means fourth form of the verb, and then the object. In affirmative sentence, we will put the same sentence structure as Emmet will have been reading book for half an hour. In negative sentence, we will put the not after the helping verb before have been, as Ahmed will not have been reading book for half an hour. In interrogative sentence, first we'll put the helping verb and then the subject, then have been and then fourth form of the verb and then the object. Will Ahmed have been reading book for half an hour? In negative interrogative sentence, first we'll put the helping verb, then subject, then not, because it's also negative sentence and then have been and then fourth form of the verb and then the object. Will Ahmed not have been reading book for half an hour? Some points which should be noted. The indefinite tense does not indicate whether the action is complete or not. The continuous tense that the action is still going on. The perfect tense indicates that the action is complete, finished, or perfect. The perfect continuous tense indicates that the action began in the past and is still continuing. Now the differences between the tenses. Difference between present simple and present continuous. The simple present tense is used to talk about things that we do all the time, but the present continuous tense is used to talk about things that are happening at a moment of speaking. For example, I eat meal every day. I am eating meal right now. Difference between present perfect and present perfect continuous. The present perfect continuous tense is used to talk about a continuous but not necessarily finished action or situation. It is used to talk about more temporary action and situations. The present perfect tense is used to talk about a finished action or situation. It is used to talk about longer lasting or permanent situation. For example, I have been gardening since morning and I have planted several new saplings. The simple past tells us that action happened at a certain time in the past and it is not continuing anymore. The present perfect tells us about something happened in past, but it does not require any particular time. For example, I ate an apple yesterday and I have been to Lahore. Difference between past simple and past perfect. These two tenses are both used to talk about things that happened in past. However, we use past simple to talk about any action in past at particular time. Past perfect tense is used to talk about an action that happened in past before another action in past. For example, I played PUBG game yesterday and they had beaten me before my friends came. Difference between past perfect and past perfect continuous. There are two tenses used to describe things that happened before another point in time in the past. We use the past perfect to talk about an event which had happened at some point in time before something took place. The past perfect continuous is used to express how long something had been going on before something important happened in the past. For example, she had interviewed 5 times before she got her first job, and Shehzad had been studying for 4 hours when I went to his home. Difference between future simple and future perfect. Future simple tells us about something that is predicted or to happen or will happen in the future. Future perfect suggests the possibility to be finish something in the future. With the future perfect, you jump into the future and look back to what has happened before by the time in the future. For example, they will finish the game in an hour and we will have discussed about topic before sir gave lecture. Difference between future continuous and future perfect continuous. Future continuous tense is used to express an ongoing or continued action which will occur at some time in the future. Future perfect continuous tense is used for an action that will have continued for some time by a stated time in the future. The emphasis is on the duration of the action. For example, they will be making preparation for their exams and I will have been running for an hour when my mother calls me in for dinner. So, this video presentation was all about the topic the tenses. So, this was all about this video. Thank you.